When sailing upon the fen seas, you hear a lot of rumors about treasure and where to find it. If you know me and you know my taste, then you know I have a very particular type of treasure I seek. I don't care about riches. If we discover something expensive, I let my crew have it. Magical amulets, totems, weapons, and relics, these things mean nothing to me. I'm a woman of simple taste. If it's beautiful, I want it. I chase the ultimate beauty, but while my lady love eludes me, I keep an ear out for other potential treasures. That's where the Gem of Miracles comes into play. I found out about it in the port town of Vorpal shortly before we departed Vesuva. It was last seen in a town on the continent of Sabia, but somehow it got lost in the desert there. Could be a problem since the majority of that continent is desert. Could literally be anywhere by now. We set sail for Sabia and got there in a few days. Not many towns outside the kingdom, and we heard of a gladiatorial arena set up there, so we did everything in our power to dock on the opposite side of that. The gem could be lost to the arena or the kingdom, but from what we heard, it sounded like it had to be lost in the act of traveling from place to place. Hoping it had moved quite a bit through the sand, we started searching where we docked. It took a long time to get even the slightest lead, and the one we did get was by mistake. One of my crew fell through the sand in one part of the desert. Secret ruins below that none of us could have known existed. One by one, we made our way down, leaving a rope as a means to exit and a few of our crew ready to pull us out. They used the monsters in the sands of Sabia as opponents in the arena, but there is an abundance of them on the continent, so naturally we ran into a few challenges in the ruins. Nothing we couldn't handle, at first. One of the random rooms of the ruin had the gem laying on a pile of sand. It had fallen through a similar hole to how we arrived. You would think it would be buried under the sand because of how it got there, but instead it lay there, presented to us like the sand itself created a pedestal for it. It had a nice shine to it and a gold casing that brightened the room. I've seen many gems in my day, but this one was the most extravagant I had ever laid my eyes on. My crew thinks my interests are a bit skewed for a pirate, but I know what I like and I get it by any means necessary. Makes it frustrating when monsters have similar tastes to mine. Why do monsters always protect gems and riches? Does a dragon really need to guard a treasure chest? Does a harpy find a golden harp she can barely play herself, something worth dying for? In this case, what does a giant scorpion need a golden gem for? Either way, we killed a beast with minimal casualties and I picked up the gem. My crew waited patiently as I decided if it was worth the journey or not. The gem was longer than I originally noticed and quite thin. There was hardly any weight to it at all, actually. The gold shimmer reminded me of the long, blonde hair of my lady love. Though it probably didn't actually exist, I swear there was a light green tint that was reminiscent of her hazel eyes. I slammed the gem into the chest of the closest member of my crew and walked out, dissatisfied. This won't do, I told them. Nothing will. Not until I find her.